10 transgender lawyers were just admitted to the Supreme Court bar. Here's what that means.
I stood up before the United States Supreme Court bench, said, "Mr. Chief Justice, and may it please the court, I move the admission of the following attorneys." And I read off the list of 10 names of the members of the National Trans Bar Association, and the Chief Justice said, "Ms. Braude, your motion is granted."
Kristen Braude is the co-chair of the National Trans Bar Association.
I was up at the podium, and right in front of me was the Chief Justice. And to his right, my left, was Clarence Thomas. Clarence Thomas never looked up from his papers. On the far end, on my right, was Ketanji Brown Jackson, who had the biggest grin on her face. And on my left was Sonia Sotomayor, who was also smiling. And on the far left, Amy Coney Barrett, who was like, wow, this is different. I couldn't see everybody, but I was told by others in the group that Justice Alito looked like something very bad had just been found on his plate. And that's fine.
In order to try cases before the Supreme Court, lawyers and attorneys must be admitted to the Supreme Court bar. Other trans lawyers have been admitted to the bar before, however, this was the largest cohort of trans-identifying attorneys ever to be admitted at one time. While sitting justices do not have any say in who gets admitted, it was important for Braude and the members of the NTBA to have their ceremony in front of the current conservative-leaning court.
Getting up in front of those justices, saying, hey, we're here, we're queer, and we're not going anywhere except to court on behalf of our clients. That's the message we're going to deliver.
The rule is that most Americans think they don't know somebody transgender. The fact is that most Americans don't know anybody that they know is transgender because you can't always see us coming. And these justices will have had to confront the fact that there were 10 transgender attorneys, and an 11th, in fact, making a motion before them. And, oh, wait, we were just like any other attorneys. So that there wasn't anything special about us, other than the fact that we were standing in front of them and they weren't expecting it. So maybe, just maybe, there will be some awareness that it isn't just abstract people that their decisions affect. These are people who look like them, do the same jobs as them, and perform in the same ways that they do. We'll be back, not just next year, but every single year. We will be reminding those justices that transgender attorneys exist, that they're doing the job, that they're here to stay, and that every decision they make affects people they know.
Braude says the good news came at the right time, after a difficult year for the LGBTQ+ community.
This is a community that has been beaten about the head and shoulders by unbelievable numbers of right-wing and Christian nationalist laws. This was something that so touched so many people, and that's just beautiful, that there was a win here. It was good news about the transgender community. It was a step forward for that community. And I think that's part of why people responded so overwhelmingly when they heard that this had happened. We are just like everybody else. We want to build better communities, have equal administration of justice, and make our families safe. And I hope that message gets through loud and clear, because something like 1% of the nation is gender variant. That's 3.6 million people. And those people have the same rights and the same desires and should have the same lives as everybody else. And hopefully, this delivers a tiny bit of that message so that at least 9 justices on the U.S. Supreme Court understand.